Hello everyone. Today we will see how we can make some requests with fetch in Next.js to get some dummy data and use it in our application. So for that reason I just found a website as a dummyjson.com, and they have some products which looks like this with their ID, title, description, price, discount percentage, rating, stock brand, category, thumbnail, and images. So this is really nice for us, and we can start using it, and let's see is that image is actually an image. Yeah, very nice. So we can use these images with the dummy JSON like this and start using that service. So first thing first, we need to create pages here to be able to use that component. I will create a new page as products and index.tsx. Alright, our file is there, and now we can we can start writing our component now. Const products equal parentheses, and that returns us a div of products. Export default products will be, when we go to that page now, we will see just the products text. When we go to products, yeah, we are just seeing products. Our header and footer is there because of the layout, and other than that we don't have anything. So let's create another product.module.css file, so we can get it here directly from the about page. We can get the main styling here as the product page. And we can import our styles now and say class name styles.product page. Let's import that file. Nice. As you see, our products page is in the middle of the screen and we don't have anything else there. So as you know, the Next.js is the server-side rendered application, and we need to use get static props to get a data before we render our application. I will show how we can do that right now. So it's export const get static props, and since we will make asynchronous request here, we can write async to our function, and we can write const response equals await fetch, and the URL we will use here. It is the dummy JSON products. And after that we need to change the response, convert the response to a JSON object. Const data equals await response.json. Really nice. Then we need to return props here, and this is props. We will have data there. Now we are returning our data directly here. So to be able to see what are we actually returning, we need to log the data so we can create the types here. Console log. If you're not using TypeScript, you don't need to make that step, but since we are using the TypeScript now, I will show you how we can make that. So as you see, it has logged all of the products we have here. It has a different properties as total, skip, and limit. And this is our product itself. And there is also the product starts like this. As you see, it starts with product, and after that ID, all of them here. We need these ones to use in our component type, so we can start writing it. So type product page props type equals to this. So I'm clicking with the Option key on my keyboard to change the numeric ones and change it to number. And I click the string ones with my Option key on my keyboard and choosing all of them and changing them to string. There is one string array left, and I wrote it like this. So this is page props type. We need to write our product type first, because as you see, we have the product in the products. So type product type equals to this, and what we will pass here, we will just pass the product itself, and it will be products. It will use the product type array, since we will have more than one data in our products. We can use it like this. So in the data here, we need to change const products only, so it's data.products. So we can pass the data as the products here, and when we are reading it from our component, we need to write it as a data, since we are passing as a data, and we can use that type to see product page props type. As I said, so yeah, we need to change this one to data. So the data is the product using the product type, or we can just change, instead of using data here, we can make it products. It will be much more easy. So we are passing the products. Products is here, so we have all of the things we need now. So let's console log the products in our browser. So let me clean that here as well. And when we go to our component, as you see, our products came up there. So all of our products has been fetched before this page is rendered. So here, as you see, we have from 0 to 29, 30 elements. And let's create some kind of elements so we can show them in our application. So here I created a new div element, and I would like to map through this products. We can access product by product like this, and we will return here and was p element, let's say, and we will return product dot title. Very nice. As you see, all of the products has came up there. So we make our request with get static props before the page renders, so you will not see these values will flickering. If we just made this with the regular inside the component, if we just made that request inside here, it will be flickering, like the delays will happen if server makes some response time delays. We will always see that issue in our application. But now, since we are using the get static props and we are passing the products here, as you see, and our types are ready for it. Before we continue to something else, I want to show you how we can add keys to mapped values. As you see, when we map the values, it is returning the length of the time of this product, since in our case 30 times, and it generates 30 elements here. Each one of them, as you see, as a p elements. So we need to use the keys to identify them from each other. I will change that to div, add a key, and product ID. Now yes, it is changed to div now, and we have our products, and we can see their IDs here coming up from the response we are getting from the dummy JSON. And I would like to show you also another thing here by showing their images. So it is the product thumbnail, and let's call it product image, and we say the width is 50, height is 50, and let's run it. As you see, yeah, they're just here. I just added them there to be able to show it to you directly. We can add some margin between them. So let's add the class name here, styles, product item. Also let's add a style here, styles, product image. So on the product item and the product image, we can use them here. In our style module. The product item, let's call it height as a 120 pixels. In the product image, float right, we would like to show them on the right side of the application. As you see, the images is there, and our height is increased as we want. So let's make the images a bit more bigger now. We can remove this inline styles here. And if you just leave it like this, as you know, it will be so big. But let's add it there. Alright, it looks much more nicer now. We can add some border here, for example 2 pixel solid black, that will separate all of the products from each other. And you see is our here we can increase the height of the images to 120 and the width of 120, maybe a bit less. Yeah, because of the border, it is, yeah, let's make it 1 pixel as well. It looks much more better now. All of them seems in line. We have the borders. We can add, of course, margin through each other, and it will be looking much more nicer. Let's make it 16. Alright, so what we did so far, we get our product types, we used to get static props and make a request, and after that we used our products and render all of them into the map here. You can also move this into a new component and use it like this as you wish, and that's it. Thank you for listening and have a nice day. Please do not forget to subscribe as well.